have you ever, we've had crushes on people that we've worked with. Have you ever followed through?
You have to get to a place where you feel comfortable doing that. I mean, Robbie started as a young actor. Did you have to get up courage to assert yourself on set with people?
I can't. I just run away and cry.
Really? Still?
Still. No, I don't really. Well, I don't know. I do. No, I mean, I just try and avoid it, and hopefully they'll just see what they're doing that's wrong. Never, ever, ever works. It just gets worse and worse. But at the same time, I feel like it completely throws me off if I have to say like, hey, this is my process. It's like, I don't know what my process is. It just needs to be some kind of understanding that you're trying to do something good. You're not just like messing around. I don't know.
Get straight.
It doesn't have to be something people say to you. It could just be something
no one's ever said
you.
this to me. But I think my prostate is asymmetrical. I always really love that.
What is that from?
From Cosmopolis. And it always, and it's me and Paul Giamatti have this thing where I say it to him when we're crying together. And he's like, mine too. And I'm like, what does it mean? And he's like, it's nothing. It's a harmless variation. At your age, why worry about it? It's one of my favorite scenes I've ever done. But there's something really profound for me anyway. Couldn't tell you what it means.
Okay. How about the others, things that have stuck with you?
Coffee.
Right. Well, you're sitting next to a guy who had, superstardom at a very young age. And you've, it seems, deliberately taken roles that are in smaller, more filmmaker-driven films since the Twilight franchise. Now, do you ever see yourself going back to more blockbuster, big-budget type films, or do you prefer this?
I don't know. I mean, I always kind of fool myself sometimes into thinking that there's some kind of macro plan to like my decision-making, but it's not. I mean, it's just sort of, you just try and find anything which you hopefully will connect to, and you think you can somehow make it a little bit better, or just do anything with it. I don't know. I mean, I all like getting into Twilight and everything felt so accidental. Maybe it's just some kind of self-protection, like where I'm just like, oh, it's all just everything's just kind of happened by accident. But I don't know. I mean, I think in the same way that when you get incredibly lucky with having roles which afford you the opportunity to do smaller things.
What appealed to you about Good Time? Because it's a dark role.
I mean, there was no role when I first signed up to it. There's no script or anything. I just really liked the trailer to the director's previous movie. And really, I'm starting to find as well that I'm just basically playing a director. Like every single in one way or another, I think that's the only way I can really figure it out. And I really liked their energy just as people. They're like little dynamos. And I'd played a lot of parts which are quite reactive and quite passive. And I just wanted to play a part which was really on the front foot and also didn't have any shame and any fear.
Excuse me.
You Peter?
Yes, I am. We're in the middle of... Hello.
Nick, what are you doing?
We're in the middle of something here. We're in the middle of the exam. Hey, Nick,
about
Nick.
the stuff and the pan and the
Wait, please.
How would you like it if I made you cry, huh? Would you like that?
No, I would not.
Come on, get up.
They told me I had to do this stuff.
Let's go, let's go.
But he has all my stuff. Wrote down all my stuff.
Shut up then.
Yeah, this is my work. This is my stuff, okay?
Oh, shame on you, kind
Shame
brother.
on me?
You're not helping.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Janice, could you send Marcus right away?
In the first draft of the script, there were certain scenes in it where I was reading, going, Jesus, I don't even know if this is legal. It's like, is there a loophole? If you do something in a movie, does that make it legal? Right. And it's exciting. I mean, there's so many other things that get in the way of making a movie, like people who are providing the money say you can't do so. And when you have someone who's really kind of punk and just says, I don't even care. I have this opportunity to make it, and this might be my last opportunity. I'm going to do whatever I want. And you so rarely meet those people. When I worked with Claire Denis afterwards, and she's like that as well, where it's just kind of, and she's been doing that for movie after movie her whole career. I think it's just like, my own insecurities or whatever. I want to find someone who doesn't have them and just be like, okay, if I just hold onto the train will go through the wall and everything will be fine.
So, how about you, Rob?
What I get into trouble for? Lying, lots of lying, lots of stealing. I love lying.
Okay. Well, you are an actor now, so...
Yeah. It's weird. That's one of the only detriments of getting any kind of fame or anything, is you can't really lie anymore. Because everyone finds everything out, and it's awful. I remember when I used to audition for things, and one of the main things I used to do was people would always question your American accent ability. And so I realized, well, if I just go in and say I'm American and make up a whole other character to play the character, then they would no longer question it. And then no one questioned your accent afterwards. But then after the first Twilight came out, I would still say, like, oh, I'm from Denver or whatever. And they'd be like, what is he talking about? Why are you pretending to be someone else? Yeah, it was a harsh lesson to learn.
That's pretty good.